Yes, welcome to the hills and mountains of California. I always say that these mountains are like those in a 1990s video game, but they didn't really have the technology to do anything but just put the mountains in the background. They're just background mountains. They never actually affect you. You're always in between them. Yeah, it's the Weege Show. Jason Wygant here. There's Kellen Brower. Oh, what is this? Why is Alex Ray here? I just came over to hang with Kiefer and we get A-Ray too.
Busy making deals over here.
I'm on motorcycleindustryjobs.com.
Oh, that's where we're at. That's where we're at. Wow, the mighty have fallen.
Yeah,
my gosh.
Job in Kentucky, so, you know.
Oh, finally get home?
Oh, hey,
lower cost of living?
Yeah, hey, it's nice. Gas prices are actually pretty good in Kentucky.
In Kentucky,
right
okay.
Yeah. Is
Kiefer,
this the Weege Show?
It's the Weege Show.
Okay.
Dude, I wasn't gonna let you down.
Come over here,
Racer Dad, Chris Kiefer, and your son is racing in the Combine. The first moto has just been completed. The full Rhino program, Noah Vani. Did he hold on to the end?
He did.
He did, Kellen? All right, yeah. He dominated that one, riding on his toes. Back was not arched. Had the full Rhino program, Noah Vani. Good job winning the first moto. They'll race later on today. Kiefer.
Yes, sir.
We started 2022 at Press Day, Anaheim 1, me and you, talking Weege Show, talking 22 season. We're going to end it the same way.
We're going to end it, and we're going to talk about what Tomac was doing a week ago here.
Whoa. That's why we get Kiefer on the show.
Tomac and Yamaha out here before Ironman testing setup.
Really?
Just in case it came down to Paula.
Okay.
So now we think we have a new fork spec for Tomac.
Compared to not just round one here, but what he's been running more recently?
Correct.
Okay.
So we could see a whole new Tomac. Everyone's writing them off. Oh, it's Sexton, Paula and Sexton. But we forget who holds the #1 plate inside, right?
Yep.
That guy right there. And he was out here testing the new fork, so he's aware of what he needs to do.
Well, that is a great scoop. That is great info. But I've also been told that Sexton is known for the amount of laps overall, in general, over the years that he has logged at this track. And you've seen it.
I would have no doubt about that.
Yes. So he has ridden here a lot.
Yes. But we are on a different Paula. It has changed a little bit.
Okay.
Slower speeds, I feel like, not as high speed.
The way the layout turned out.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
More S sections. So it's going to reward a rider that gets a good start.
Yeah.
Because if you're mid-pack, those bottlenecks early are really going to hinder you.
Okay.
So
whatever, Kiefer. They found each other every moto, every way, shape, or form. The starts didn't even matter. Okay, I heard something that blew my mind. I'm going to throw to you on this. We were interviewing Dylan Ferrandis at Budds Creek, and he said, yeah, Unadilla, that is a Honda track. Roczen had won 4 motos in a row. Sexton has won 2 motos in a row. Honda's won 6 straight motos. It is not a Yamaha track. I've never heard terminology like that. I'm hitting you this out of nowhere. Okay. But have you ever heard something like that? Certain tracks for certain bikes. It's not road racing here.
So, for certain tracks, for certain riders, I feel like. So Roczen's setup is more catered to square edge, hard pack. All right. The way he runs his fork is super soft. He runs his rear end high. So I think that fits that type of track, so it soaks up that small stuff good.
So anyone could set up a bike, any brand, like that. It's not a Honda thing. It's the way Roczen prefers his bike to be.
What's weird is Unadilla in general, if you just took a production Honda, that track would not fit that brand. Okay. Because of the rigidity and feel. Yeah. So normally I would say, oh, tracks like Unadilla or just, let's say, Mammoth, like for a local track, is not great for a Honda. But Roczen setup, obviously it works for him there.
So we can't go with anything like, this is just a better track for one bike or another necessarily this weekend.
No, not Paula, because you have a mix. You have, it's deep dirt in the morning. Yeah. Then it gets concrete later in the day. Okay. So I feel like it's universal for a bike setup and for chassis.
There's going to be one inside rut and then one outside line. Everything in the middle is going to be mud. That's how it's been for the last like 3 years.
Okay. All right. Straight from the racetrack. You've experienced it.
I don't know if I agree with Kiefer, because the last time we were here, yes, he might have had found a setting because he was here earlier. I just looked it up. Sexton beat Eli at Fox Raceway.
Round 1?
Round 1 by 36 seconds.
Yeah, where?
Do you think that he will be 36 seconds better than he was the last time?
He was 36 seconds better by Hangtown.
Correct.
But the very next week, he was 36 seconds better.
Unlike Tomac,
round 1, bro.
Tomac, A-Ray, he knows when to shut off. You don't. There's a reason.
That's why you're in the wrist brace and they're here at round 12. Yes. A good scoop. Any other scoops you want to share, or we're good?
No scoops. That's all I got.
Okay.
I want to be part of the Weege Show and let the people know that Tomac has been doing his homework for Paula.
Dude, that is great scoop. That blew me away. All right, we'll see you in a minute, Kellen. We'll shoot the pre-race show. This is just Weege show. Thanks.
Oh, and don't forget Grant Harlan on the Kiefer testing back.
Oh, I can't even keep up with all
65.
this. Do you stay at your house or this is your bike? I'm confused.
He didn't let me stay at his house, but if we want to talk about scoops,
dude, the OG scoop. So the OG scoop works out here.
Yes. Noah Viney, Team Rhino, scoop.
Scooping that combine moto right there?
the only guy with a scoop pulled the whole shot and won the moto.
Okay.
I don't know what else to say.
I mean,
We might be going back to a scoop now.
Hawaii zone. All right, Grant Harlan, you've got a lot of friends. I'll give you that. Got a lot of friends. A lot of people helping. All right, see you, everybody. See you, Kellen. See you, A-Ray. See you, Grant Harlan. Let's talk about this historic championship. It's never been like this. 1 point between Tomac and Sexton. 11 rounds in. This class has never been this close ever. And we've had 50 seasons of Lucas Oil Pro Motocross in what was the 252 stroke and now 454 stroke division. And you can see how important it is when Tomac and company come and test a week before this race, just in case they really need to excel here. And how much do you want to think that that testing is not just for the motorcycle? Because obviously they got Eli's Yamaha super dialed in immediately. Like I said, he was winning motos as soon as 7 days after the opener here when we were at Hangtown. How much is it just for him to know in his mind, yeah, forget round one, we're way better than we were at round one. There's no advantage to Sexton here. Our show, of course, is brought to you by the new improved 2023 Honda CRF 450R. More front side power with some changes to both the electronics and the fuel injection and the intake, and also better handling courtesy of some chassis changes. So big thanks to Honda for backing our show. We had the nearly undefeated CRF 250R backing our show earlier in the year. Good job on you, Joe Shimoda, sneaking in a couple wins, RJ Hampshire as well. But it looks like a CRF 250R championship is en route. All Jett Lawrence needs to do is finish 12th in moto number 1, and he will be your 250 national champ for the 2nd year in a row. And as if the historic championship battle being Tomac and Sexton wasn't good enough, do you realize we were this close to Jett Lawrence having eliminated both Hunter and Joe Shimoda and wrapping the title last weekend, and coming into this weekend, maybe, hey, you've already won the title. You're gonna race a 450 outdoors next year, presumably. You're gonna race a 450 at Redbud for Motocross of Nations. Can you imagine if Honda sent Jett Lawrence up to a 450 this weekend to make his much anticipated debut, dropping him right in the middle of this championship fight? Could you imagine if that happened? Okay, so we didn't get it all, but we're darn close. So can you pick a favorite? We just did the same bench race session there with A-Ray and Kiefer that everybody's doing. You've got the irresistible force of Eli Tomac, who has so much championship experience. He's just a bad dude overall, right? And he's got the 1 point lead, so he doesn't have to beat Sexton. He just needs to match him on points, like a 2-1, 1-2 would get it done. Big advantage there for Tomac. But Paula, Fox Raceway, has certainly worked out well for Sexton in recent history. So maybe Sexton has the advantage there, but he has to go 1-1. And don't fret over the 1 point lead, which Tomac actually has, because Sexton was penalized a point for doubling at Colorado when one of the flashing do not double lights was on. Even if he hadn't had that 1 point penalty and they were tied right now, the tiebreaker would be Tomac's anyway, which is most moto wins. So the 1 point doesn't even matter. Michael Lindsay, what's up? Hey,
aloha,
good to see you. It's been a while.
Aloha,
very good. When you go to California, you see all the old friends. Check this out, everybody. That is Marvin Muscan in a 250. Marvin Muscan will be racing. Marvin Muscan's racing in the 250 class, everybody. Yeah. And by the way, quietly, your guy Max has been getting better and better.
It's been better.
So there's something under the hood. It's coming around for the KTM 250.
It's been better.
The only problem is,
about midway through the season,
it has. He's been quiet. Now let me guess. Okay, you're Volan's mechanic. Last week he finally gets a whole shot, or a good start, basically.
Yeah.
Is it all change when suddenly you're running up front? That's when the arm pump and like the, oh, this is a whole new situation.
Yeah, like a little bit of nerves.
Yep.
He had some nerves, he said. And just, he's just been tight. Like this whole week of riding too, he's getting arm pump really bad. And
really?
Could be stemming from like just muscle or something.
Yeah.
But no, he admitted it. He just said last week it was just nerves. But
I knew it. The first time you get that start, it's a whole new ball of wax.
Yeah, he said his moto management, he kind of went out the window because he wanted so bad to get up to first. And I don't blame him. Like, I'm happy for the effort, so.
Yeah, first 10 minutes were spectacular.
Yeah.
And then it ended up being like a 7th, and he's been better than with bad starts.
Yeah.
Right.
We've been in quiet 5 to 7 range the last about 5-6 rounds.
Quiet has been the key.
The first 3 rounds were pretty like so-so, and then now it's like full and 6, full and 7, full and 5. Like we're getting up there.
Knocking on the door. And now you got a 250 teammate. Yeah, Volan quietly good this year in the 250 division. And then he got a start last week, and then that ruined everything, honestly, how it worked out, because suddenly it was a totally different situation. So it'll be interesting to see Marv here. He's on a 250 because of Motocross of Nations. He's on the French team on a 250. I don't know where Marv is going to fit in with this group. He hasn't even raced outdoors all year. He wasn't as good last year as he had been in previous years, and he hasn't raced a 250 since 2015, which was the last time we had a championship really this close. It was the 250 class between Marvin and Jeremy Martin, and we had this grand finale at Ironman planned. Winner take all wins the 250 national championship, and Marv's bike broke about a half a lap into the first moto. So please, moto gods, don't make us drive all the way out here to California and have 170-degree temps and have someone's bike break a half a lap into the first moto. Can you just give us a battle between those two? I mentioned the temperature. That is a hot topic. See what I did there? This weekend, yeah, 107-ish is it expected to be tomorrow. They had sent a memo out saying they're probably gonna run 25-minute plus 2-lap motos. Tons of fans are super mad about that. Just go into the comment section of this video and I'm sure you'll see people stating their opinions on that. I bet there's some more meetings today. About 5 o'clock, I think they're actually gonna decide if they're sticking with the 25-minute or going back to the traditional 30. For sure, there will be an extra half-hour break between motos tomorrow. We'll have an intermission, so to speak, to give everyone a little more time to hydrate and recover. We'll also have James Stewart back in the booth. How else are you gonna celebrate a grand championship like this at one point and an historically close title fight? Yeah, let's bring James Stewart back. He was great when we had him in the booth at Bud's Creek. Okay, so the championship is super close. That's super exciting. And then to just add a little color to that, we also had a little dress rehearsal for Team USA today. So Eli Tomac, Chase Sexton, and Justin Cooper all had to go hang out with each other. Like, check out the motorcycle. Yeah, we had a little Team USA right here. Are we turning the bike back into a...
We're trying to see if they'll let us run 102.
You just keep it. They've done that in the past.
Yeah.
They've allowed it in the past. You did ask.
They're gonna let us know soon.
No answer yet.
No answer yet.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
There's a chance.
Justin Cooper could be on the 102.
I'm trying to be cocky and put it back on. You know what I'm saying, Weege?
Yeah, like just keep pressuring them.
I already went over there. I went to tag. We had already went over
with
before.
this.
Well, I tried. They told me,
yeah, okay.
I'll tell you this, they gave me a transponder.
But you but you planted the seed.
Yeah.
Okay.
They said TV might still show 32, but they think it'll be all right. Pelletier, Canfield, all the guys are working on it, right?
I, as the one guy who has to announce who's who, yeah. I'll remember that this is Cooper.
I think you can.
And we're good. And we're good.
Last guy in history, maybe Chris Gossler on the 102.
Wow, that's amazing trivia right there.
That's
the 102,
yeah.
But we have Team USA warm-ups and they let them do it in the motos before. So it's been done.
I'll tell you, this is on my practice bike from this week. We already got the vibes from the farm.
Okay, I like it. So Justin Cooper riding at home with his Team USA colors. Yeah, so hilarious. See, there's Tomac and Sexton hanging out on the top of the mountain over there, that like Fox VIP area, as Team USA guys. We had a photo shoot with them in their Team USA shirts and their bikes with their colors and numbers. So they've got to go at each other's throats for the championship, yet also coexist on a Team USA level. And it really highlights what has been so odd about this championship fight. We haven't had one of these in a long, long time. The last time we did was 1996 in that class, in the 252-stroke, 450 four-stroke class. And back then it was pretty bitter, dude. It was Emig and McGrath. They didn't really get along then. I don't even think they're fully friends now. It really shows how much the sport has changed. There's so much camaraderie in these pits these days, and that includes Tomac and Sexton, who have been respectful. There hasn't been any ill will, there hasn't been any drama, there's been nothing bad between them all year, and I had seen them several weeks now peacefully coexist on a Team USA level as well, and it doesn't even seem weird. Like, they're just standing next to each other and it doesn't even seem weird. You can't even feel any tension. So it's really how the sport has evolved. I mean, you look at how Shimoda and the Lawrence brothers get along in the 250s. There's just no drama anymore. There's no drama. So we're just gonna let them slug it out, take the pressure off, and may the best man win. I can't believe it's happened. We had the season we wanted. We had two guys stay equal all the way to the end. Will the advantage be Tomac with the experience or the 1-point lead? Or will the advantage be Sexton just being so good at this track? Or maybe, regardless of that reason, someone's just better than the other. May the best man win. And hopefully we don't have an engine problem a half lap into the first moto. Thanks for watching the Weege Show. Thanks to Honda for the support.